Ah, I'm just like oh, hello. Hello, hello. I am just updating all of my social media that I'm live. I have iced coffee. I have my water. I'm good to go. I'm ready for this trial. I'm literally just sending, like, everybody else. I'm putting it up on, like, my Twitter and stuff. Because that's how you promote yourself. Gosh. So far we have 3 viewers. Who killed Sakura? It was me! Dio! I've never watched JoJo in my life. I'm gonna have 1 million people now just being like, excuse me? But I have trauma based on people in that fandom. I think I'll wait like a couple more minutes just to see who else might show up, if anybody else might show up. I know Kin's gonna be late coming in. She said she was gonna be late. So she's not gonna find out much. She's gonna be kind of out of the loop with that, but that's okay. Yeah, so I gotta savor that. I have, yeah, JoJo is not ever going to be on my watch list ever. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not. Just, I've lost complete and total interest in any of it at all, and that's fine. It's nothing against, like, the actual show. I'm sure it's a great show. I just am not interested in it. I'll hear about it through Hot Cocoa. He'll tell me about it. He tells me about it all the time. Alright, I think we can get the show started, I think. Alright, so where we last left off, I'll give a little quick summary for those who may not be here. There's only 2 of you, but I'll give a quick summary anyways. Sakura died, and we've investigated her death. It doesn't seem like we know we have any idea who the killer might be, because it was a locked room murder, which means... Yeah, I'm level 69. I'm always level 69. So yeah, let's get in on this. We're pretty far into the game already. We're on the fourth trial now. Oh boy. So Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after the other. And then the ultimate martial art. How is he doing that with his mouth? How is he making that emoticon with his mouth? A locked room murder mystery. Winky face. Every time I boot up this game, I remember that this game is just full of, like, random 2013 humor. Like... What the... Oh, I've recently discovered the power of emoticons! Okay! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive!
Yes, indeed!
For example... You're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD! This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed!
For example, do you have 100 friends? Oh my god. He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. Oh my god, these are like the really old... Oh. I'm having a boomer moment. I'm having a big, huge boomer moment. Because these are all the emoticons that, like, I would use as a, like, teenager. Hello, Kin! How you doing? Alright. Yeah, these were all the emoticons I would use as a teenager. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. Oh, right. We about to do the trial. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. Alright. So yeah. Reminder. Asahina is very pissed off right now, and Sakura is dead. And we don't know how, because the investigation was just so goddamn short. Very short. It's okay, the next trial, it's even shorter. It's like they're giving us less and less time to, like, investigate these things. Alright, the person is one of us. Built different. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. Alright. Oh, he's just gonna go through the same fucking spiel he does every fucking time. Alright. Here we go. The elevator lowered, uttering its all-too-familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always... Ding! The ride was over. The doors opened once again. Here we go! Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that it's like it's not your fault that we're all... that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or... will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. Here we go. I think I'm getting pretty good at these. I say after failing the last, like, 3 trials. Alright. We get it. It's a deadly class trial. Yeah, sure. We'll just copy that one. Alright. Let's set some skills, because I got some points now, I think. I don't know if I have any, actually. No, I don't. I've used all of them. Okay. Never mind. Let's go over let's go over the truth bullets, because why the heck not? So, the victim was Sakura Ugami. The time of death was estimated to be around noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Alright. So, the rec room door. A chair had been jammed against the door within the rec room, blocking access from the outside. It is believed that the killer did this to create a locked room scenario. Sakura was found dead, seated in a chair, slumping forward. Traces of blood were found around her mouth, presumably from when she vomited blood. However, there is no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. A bloodstain was found in front of the shelf of the magazines. The blood is presumed to be Sakura's. There's currently no explanation for how the bloodstain would have appeared so far away from where the victim was found. At one point, Hina had been injured and taken into the nurse's office. After she was taken care of, she gave a piece of candy to Sakura, which had this type of wrapper. According to Hina, she had monopolized this candy as soon as it had become available, so obtaining a piece would have been difficult to impossible. There were pieces of red glass scattered near the table in the rec room. After finding the top and bottom pieces, it was concluded that the shards must have come from a bottle. A Monokuma figure was found laying on the rec room floor. It would fit roughly in the palm of your hand. There are a number of red bottles on the shelf in the rec room. Inside each bottle is a Monokuma figure. Additionally, there seems to be some kind of unknown correlation between the bottles. An empty protein drink was found near the rec room door. The container had a label reading Chem A2. The shards of glass from the window that was broken to get into the room were found both around and underneath the container. A fresh handprint was found inside the rec room's open locker. Since the locker was open before they opened the locked room, there's no way someone was hiding there before they arrived. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. She had slid these notes under each person's room door. Alright. Byakuya confirmed that he had received Sakura's note, but also claimed that he had never went to see her, and in fact had not seen her at all that day. Toko confirmed that she received Sakura's note, but also claimed that she never went to see her. A small bit of garbage accidentally fell out of Yasuhiro's pocket. It was a piece of paper with red polka dots on it. Yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot. Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not 1. No blood was found on either of her hands. All of the Monokuma bottles seemed to be roughly the same weight. However, when the bottle shards were weighted against an intact bottle, the shards were found to be heavier. On the magazine shelf, one magazine had been put back upside down. Inside this magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It is assumed that whoever wrote it used their finger to do so. On the shelf in the chem lab, Section A contains supplements, Section B contains reagents, and Section C contains harmful chemicals. A bottle of poison, labeled as Section C, had been placed in Section A of the shelf. There was a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf, which was labeled Chem C4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would have been spilled after the incident took place. Someone had left footprints in the powder spilled in the chem lab. These footprints appeared only near the leftmost section of the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Alright, and we're back to square one. Alright, so that's all of our evidence that we've gotten. Let's get this started.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Alrighty.
Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Ooh, we're starting off strong. Hina is pissed.
Whoa! Deja vu!
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
Ooh,
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of these three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Okay, here we go.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That one was wrong.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. And does that mean one of them did it? Here we go! Yeah, she's very emotional through this whole trial, but I mean, anybody would be. I mean, if your best friend died and you have to like literally find someone who killed her.
There's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, it's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
I'm trying to fix my headphone wire. Okay.
It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
I love how she just... That's true, but she is basing it off of that. But I would, if I was in her shoes, I'd be doing the same thing.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but look, she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
I got it! I'm
That
not
was
sure
really
about
easy.
that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was,
Oh, we got you, buddy.
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Oh, he's changing his story. He's not looking too good.
Quite a sudden hostility.
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostile.
Wow, these two are
It's
at
not just
it.
normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Oh.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
You sure about that, bud?
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Oh, we caught him!
I got it!
We got him!
You found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Nope.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Dude. Clearly, Yasuhiro had something
I can
to
tell
do
you
with it.
exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay. He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. He never looked at the fucking magazine rack.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong. Oh, you know what? I have to absorb something. I don't fucking remember how to absorb.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Oh, I have to absorb something. Here I am, looking it up again. Because I'm a goddamn dumb idiot. Okay. Okay, I see what I have to do. Me using a guide because I'm an idiot.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
There we go.
When
I got
pulled
it.
it out, I
got
saw
it.
her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I'm not gonna
I can
fail
tell you
this one.
exactly when I found the dying message.
I am gonna
When
fail this
Ogre's
one.
body was discovered.
No, that's wrong. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Yep.
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
We got ya.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
The Vienna sausage? What?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
You and me both, Hina.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
Yeah, but how do we know that you're telling the truth? Oh, I gotta... Oh, okay. Hello.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Show me the proof.
I'm terrible at these
The end
games.
is nigh!
I say,
Show me the
because I'm,
proof.
like, actually winning it.
I'm at least 30% right! Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Here we go. I didn't even read what that said.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
We got you there.
Say what?
Come on, Hero. Just tell us what happened.
Hiro could very well have written it himself.
I mean, that's why he would have known about it.
That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Duh.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ooh.
He admits it.
Oh.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Oh! You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
He's a himbo, but we love him. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
You don't think that he did it? I don't think he did it either, to be honest. He seems too much of an idiot. to have actually killed someone.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed.
Yeah, that wouldn't have killed her. One bottle to the head. Remember, she did get hit twice. It was 2 separate head wounds in the Monokuma file.
So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
Kirigiri coming through! You just knocked her out, yeah!
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
What's something that doesn't make sense? What he would have had to do after writing the message doesn't make sense. Why the...
I got it!
Oh, that was the right one. Okay.
That's true. Everything you
Here
just
I am
said,
going,
it
is that
doesn't
the right one?
explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Yeah, why did you hide the magazine?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf.
And I don't think Hiro is smart enough to hide the magazine. I think he would have laid it out for everybody to see.
Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't think he's lying.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
I love this trial because this is what made me start shipping Togami and Hina. Because just them constantly butting heads, and then, trust me, this trial, they actually sort of mesh. It's really interesting. You'll see further we get in.
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine,
Then it was obviously...
they must not have liked what was written on it.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
So Toko was the one that killed her.
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh, fuck.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
No, you didn't.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Okay.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
That was the right one! Oh, I'm so good at this game. I'm terrible at this game.
Sakura died from Hiro's single blow. That doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Ooh, see? I told you guys, there was 2.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
Kyoko corpse fondler Kirigiri. Ew.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Ooh.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Chess pieces. Oh, we're doing one of these fuckers. Hangman's Gambit. I hate these. Okay, we need an E. That was easy.
Now I understand. That's it. The chess pieces.
Voila!
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Sure was.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
All
And
right.
the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Hey, Hina's smart.
So we
She
only have
figured it
evidence
out.
for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No, it's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, the bottle that was missing.
I got it!
It was broken!
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Good lord. Where is it? Is it this one? No? Where is the one? Hold on. I am. Ah, there it is. That's the one that I wanted.
I got it!
That's the one that I
Earlier,
wanted.
Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Toko's not looking too good.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case. I got it! The bottle that was
Sakura's
removed
second
from the
attacker.
scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
So whoever attacked her second probably took the little figure inside with them so that it would look like only one attacker had attacked her.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Ooh. Got him!
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Oh boy.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Do you?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room.
Okay.
I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
Why didn't you mention this before?
But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
I don't think that's true, but okay.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Oh, I don't think so. No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof. Alright. Oh no! A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Absolutely. So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now, you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use. Wait, was she in the locker? Yes, she was in the locker. I think we can all deduce that. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. I probably said that wrong. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key or use the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purpose, we're just gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh no! Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Hey, we're about halfway through the game now. Well then, good luck! Have fun! Ah, here we go. Here we go.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! It's a lie! I hate you! Shut up! I curse you! No, no, no! That's enough!
This should prove it.
I mean, that was easy.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
Oh, got him.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay then,
She's
let's
like,
just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Girl!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
That was easy.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, what do you mean probably? Probably.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too
She's
scared to
simping way
leave her
too
alone.
hard for him.
So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Alright.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Oh!
there was Sakura covered in blood.
Not gonna lie, I would
Staring
probably
right
be
at
scared
me.
too.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? Oh!
Guess who's back?
I always love when she shows up, man.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over,
I love how she's
you
upset
collected the
about
pieces of
that.
the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Why is she simping that hard for him? I love this
Can't
game.
catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
That's that. Let's start the vote.
Oh boy. I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Hina is out for blood right now. She is like, we are going to kill whoever did this.
No, not quite yet.
Oh.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Alright. We're having a non-stop battle again. Or, argument. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to absorb something, aren't I?
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. And you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Okay, I know what we're doing.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. And you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, it's wrong.
Because if you killed her in front of the shelf, then why was she sitting in the chair?
Found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
Got it.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
No, I don't think so, Hina.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Would it be this? I want to say it's status of Sakura's body again. But I also want to say this. Where's that guide again? Yeah, it is that one.
Sakura was definitely
I was
attacked
right.
in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
No.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Yeah, she's kind of a little weakling.
There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
We got him.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
I don't think that's the case.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
I don't
No,
think that's the
I
case.
don't think that's possible. I got it! Even before we open the door to the rec room,
Did
Hina
she?
and I both got a look inside.
We don't know.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know?
You killed her.
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
We do have suspects. I mean, we have just proven that both Hiro and Toko were there at the scene of the crime, and that both had attacked her, but we still haven't discovered who might have hit her, or who might have killed her, because we don't know. It could have been the blows to the head, but we still have more to go through.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What
Alright.
was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to...
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
She sure as fuck had.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean... maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
No, I don't think that's the
If
case.
that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
I love how they're like, this girl's really into checking out dead bodies.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Kirigiri confirmed for true crime aficionado.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Ooh.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
No, it's quite possible. Blood vomit is a symptom of poisoning.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Yes.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone, quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You could have.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
I mean, Hiro never really does any work during these investigations. He just kind of sits around and stares off into space most of the time.
Yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Chem C9.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Yeah, that's why it's labeled C9.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Oh. Just Togami downing a bottle of poison. It's all good. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips.
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, he was calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Ooh.
Huh? What are you talking about?
High quality.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped a bit of its contents out with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Oh, fuck. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that, conversely, the poison must have been in, could it be? Oh, here we go. Alright, it's protein powder. Okay, I need an R. I need an E. My god! What? Oh, D. I need a D. Jesus Christ. And an N. I need a K. It would help if you give me a K. A K. Thank you. Good lord.
Now I understand.
I'm not big on this Hangman's Gambit game.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched.
Well, that.
So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Oh.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Well, that's interesting. A protein drink, obviously.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
There you go.
I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Ooh.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Togami's coming through!
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Oh.
I got it! footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Sure is.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Okay.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Oh. Oh.
The footprints. They're mine.
Oh, boy. See, we're about to hit the best part of this trial, which is my favorite part of this trial, and why Hina is literally one of my favorite characters, because honestly, I just love this whole section.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Makoto and Hina.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
So they're not his.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just me.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
That's very true.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
Aw, heck.
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
Oh, shit.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
She's pretty smart, if she actually pulled it off.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it.
Ooh.
I'm not convinced.
Oh. You know what? I believe Kirigiri.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
But I
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
But she just doesn't seem like the type to do it, you know?
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Did she?
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yes.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Exactly. How did she?
Well,
I love this face of hers. It's so cute. She's like so dumb.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
No, Hina's too dumb to make a locked room murder.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Yeah.
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
See, yeah, I don't,
Yeah, that's just how it was.
I don't know.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Yes,
Hina,
it does.
please, I'd like to know too.
Flimsy excuse.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Okay.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see.
I like how she
Okay,
just,
then, go on.
I'm an idiot.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section
Like a
A to
total
get the
klutz.
protein, right?
Like a total klutz.
Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
She just called him Big Mac!
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Yeah! Big Mac! Alright. We're into another fucking argument.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C
To Section A.
No, it's wrong.
You can't. Because we would have seen those footprints.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Exactly. Got him.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
I love how he's just like, excuse me? Explain yourself!
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
Got him.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
Yeah, Jill will pretty
The
much
powder
roast
had
anybody.
already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the?
I love how Tagami is literally losing his shit right now. He's like, excuse me? What?
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
He's so angry. He is so pissed off. It's the funniest shit.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Oh. Oh. Oh, it's the rec room window.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Yes.
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Yeah.
What's so strange about that?
A lot?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it? Where was it? The bottle of poison should have been when I broke the... No.
shoot!
That's the wrong one. That was the wrong one!
What's strange is that
It was this one.
the bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
Oh, heck!
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Tagami's the dumb one here.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, heck.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
He's so angry. He's so fucking pissed about this.
How can you know what I don't know?
Because she's smarter than you.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Yes.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before the rec room was on.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Yes.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
He's so angry. He's like literally yelling. He is pissed off. I love it. I love when Tagami is pissed.
Well,
It's my
those
favorite.
pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
I love that sprite. So funny.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Yep. He's totally shocked.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
There you go.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can.
So the protein can was planted.
But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why.
I don't think that's why.
The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Well,
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already.
This is the episode in which Togami realizes that suicide is a thing.
Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
No.
I got it! I think...
Looks like Kin is correct in this one again.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
Good job,
You're
Kin.
lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
That's not a lie. This is like the third
You're a
fucking
liar.
one we've done today.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! I hate you! You're a liar!
What the hell was that? It was like froze for a second.
Wrong! You're wrong!
Alright, tempo down. Final strike.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took this?
Should prove it.
This should prove it.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Yep.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
You got him.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
Oops.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Yep.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
You see, we can't, we've got the proof now. Alright, we gotta select someone now.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. What?
I love it. Togami realizes what fucking suicide
The
is.
killer was Sakura?
Wait, so
Yeah.
you're saying it was suicide?
Yep.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
She committed unalive herself.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life.
It sucks.
And that explains why we couldn't
To
solve
be
the
right.
mystery of the locked room.
Oh, poor kid. Because of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
Yes, she did.
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And
Oh.
because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
So she is kind of guilty in the sense that she knew.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Sure do.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Ooh.
So, Sakura committed suicide.
I just hit my mic, I'm sorry.
In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence. The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison, vital pieces of evidence, and yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yeah, that's basically what we're saying.
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Oh. We're doing the closing. Alright, so. That goes there. Oh, you know what? No, that doesn't go there. That goes there. Oh, no, no. You're right, that does go there. I'm a dumbass. Yeah. Oh. 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 No, no, no. This is wrong. This goes all the way over here. Definitely. I probably have that wrong. I love how I have 34 minutes to do this. They're like, yes, you're gonna need 34 minutes to do this. I'm like, where the hell did that one go? Alright. Bam! Alright.
The killer is you!
Let's see if this works.
This case began when Sakura
have a good night,
asked a
kid.
number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Alright.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Yes.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Oh, that was... Oh, heck! Okay. I gotta fix this. Okay. So... this one goes there. We just got that one messed up. That's fine.
Here's exactly what...
Alright, let's go through this one more time.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko.
She sure did.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it.
He sure did.
Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
She left it upside down.
She put the magazine back upside down.
Hell yeah.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted.
Because we know she has a phobia of blood.
This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head.
Yes.
Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Yes.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath.
Oh dear.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
Got him.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
It's our girl. It's our girl, Hina.
was you, Hina.
We did it.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life,
She sure did.
and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Yep.
That's what happened?
Byakuya. Just completely flabbergasted.
Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Oh, she just fucking called him out on that.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
She got him there. Well, here we go. Let's see how many coins I got this time. Oh, I got an A rank. Ah, 80. Nice.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I guess we should vote.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, let's see who they voted for. And everybody voted Sakura.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you
So
say?
that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. You're serious?
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me...
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Oh! Sakura! Because of me, my friends are all gonna kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Oh... Sakura. She completely believed in all of us. And if you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
Oh, I'm so glad I got to meet you. They're gay, okay? What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Oh? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, I was already too late.
Please! Why? Why?
Oh, that's so sad. She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. Aww. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. Oh. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course, I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this? Ooh,
What the heck?
what is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. What the fuck?
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the only ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my I can't say that word! Melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Ooh. You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness, and because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
Oh, my dad just walked by and scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Oh. Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything...
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
Aww. That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
A betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I am willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Aww. I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
That's so sad. Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish from myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through my actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Fuck.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else.
Oh,
No matter what, just survive.
that's upsetting.
But...
I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was, like, totally pointless.
Oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyways. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, the next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. But what? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one that we need to destroy is you, nobody else. What
do you
the
want?
heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Bakula. I can't stop. It's getting late. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to, and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. What does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go, and if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone?
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish
It's the moment
you guys?
you've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
run!
Oh, heavens no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up!
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So, for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got!
Oh no.
It's punishment time!
I'm gonna get copyrighted on YouTube. He found alter ego, I guess. Oh no! Brazilian man about to hit this beauty. Oh my god. Both my mom and my dad just walked by. How scary. Alrighty. You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, gimme a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but still. When I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Ugh. Can't talk. It's getting too late. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is that what you called animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it, a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being unable to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life, and for that he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad, like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
You're just teeming with hatred here. Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like to tell you to tell the others. Hopefully it'll act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word, and we would have been hip-deep in a spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid, is to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this? What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what, and that's seriously it. Huh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you. Well, whatever, who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try getting some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to consider how you approach the school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long and hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's find a message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? What the hell? Did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? This is getting real battle royale now. And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's totally not unheard of, but... No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there, other than to head back up? Oh,
Um...
yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But... Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. Oh, the kind of mystery someone like you can pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge.
eh.
What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up! Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Aww. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
There it is. This is the point. I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and my master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abusive give and take. Me. Guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Well, another trial is finished. And so Sakura's trial came to an end and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms and before long, night snuck up on us. Alright. It's time to go to sleep.
As such, soon the doors to the dining. Okay then. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, we know. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into a hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Oh!
Kyoko?
yes, it's me.
It's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door... It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless! It was unlocked, are you serious?
Hey,
Always, and you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Well, we better talk to her. It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, "The data center on the 4th floor." What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. Alright, well, what the? We gotta go to the data center, I guess. Alright, well, let's go. Eventually I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force... Nope. Didn't open. Tried again, but... must be locked. What was it that Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister? Ah! Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, you're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko? Now you two?
You guys?
Whatever, the two of you, just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I had no idea on what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah. Go on. Get out of here. Shoo. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Who? What? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Ooh.
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Ooh.
Watch out for her.
Watch out for her. And so, Chapter 4 has come to an end. We did it! And we have 7 people now? We don't know. Interesting. We got the altar lump as a present. Oh. Alright. So I think that's going to be the end of the stream tonight.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Hiccup. I think we're gonna end it there tonight because, yeah, it's getting pretty late and I think that's a good spot to leave off on. Anyways. Yep. It was great. Thank you guys for showing up. Omelette du fromage. anyways, thank you guys for showing up. I'm glad you guys had some fun. I'm glad we figured out who killed Sakura. And next week, oh, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Next week we'll probably continue this. Tomorrow I might stream something else, but because I'm off tomorrow. But anyways, have a good night, guys.